You guys, it's no secret our beloved Arcane Mage has gone through the ringer. Okay, if you guys like Mage as much as me, there's been some crazy changes, including the removal of my favorite ability in WoW, Chrono Shift. Chrono Shift in the last build was removed, which is the most fun thing ever. So Arcane, it's like, it does a lot of damage. They basically they simplified the spec a bunch. And I guess there's going to be more changes here with Arcane nerfed as a spoiler. Unlucky, but yeah. Arcane Mage, I know it was a complicated spec. High, fast-paced, could be frustrating, but they simplified it a lot. But unfortunately, not only did they simplify it, they also removed Chrono Shift, which is the most fun thing in the game. So let's just see if we're sad or we're happy or what. So here we go. These are the PTR changes for the War Within. War Within is just around the corner as well. We got about a month and a half to go, my friends. All right, the War Within pre-patch PTR has been updated. Please note some of these changes will be hotfixed into the PTR over the next couple of weeks. Why would they remove Chrono Shift? I don't know, to be honest. But it makes me really sad that they did. Classes, Druid. Swiftman healing is increased by 15%. So a little bit of Resto Druid throughput changes. Wild Growth in healing got increased. Rejuvenation healing got increased. And Regrowth healing got increased. So just some overall throughput for the Restoration Druid. Next up, we have the Devastation Evoker. Eternity Surge damage has been increased. And the Imminent Destruction is no longer the capstone and has swapped positions with Feed the Flame. So changing up some of those positionings of the Evoker talents for Devastation. We have Hunter. A Grenade Juggler has been updated, casting Explosive Shot, reducing the cooldown of Wildfire Bomb by 2 seconds. Got Grenade Juggler and Sulfur Lined Pocket procs will no longer grant the cooldown reduction effect. The tooltip will be updated in the next build. Bombardier is no longer consumed by Sulfur Lined Pockets or Grenade Juggler. I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds cool. I like how they basically just made Survival Hunter Bomberman. Like Sulfur Lined Pockets, Grenade Juggler, Wildfire Bombs, like jeez Louise. I swear it shouldn't even be called Survival Hunter. It should be called like Bomberman or something like that. All right, here we go. Here comes the... Oh, no. Let's see what they're doing to our beloved mage. Please don't be too bad. High voltage base chance decreased to 10%. Sad. High voltage proc chance increased per failure. Increased to 10%. Was 5%. So if you guys don't know, let me show you what high voltage is exactly, okay? So War Within Talent Calculator. Tell you what it is so you guys know. Maybe you don't understand what we're talking about, but... Let's do what doesn't matter, I guess. Think over here, right? High voltage. Where's high voltage? The frick are you? There it is. High voltage. Damage from arcane missiles has a 20% chance to grant you 1 arcane charge. Chances increased by 5% every time your arcane missile fails to grant you an arcane charge. So damage from arcane missiles has a 20% chance to grant you 1 arcane charge. Your chances increase by 5% every time your arcane missiles fails to grant you an arcane charge. This could fill all 4 charges with 1 missile. So every tick of missile could give you full charges. Think of it like this. 1 cast can fill all charges. So they basically decreased it. That's really sad. All right, Aether Attunement damage. So basically, like, the main thing they're doing with Arcane is it just seems like, especially Spellslinger, like Spellslinger Arcane seems like it just flows together so nicely. You're just constantly spending charges, gaining more charges with automatic orbs, and it just flowed really nice. You're getting a bunch of missile procs. It owned. I'm pretty sure they reduced the clear casting as well, right? Let's see what else. Aether Attunement damage bonus increased to 100% on primary targets and 50% on secondary targets. Was 150 and 100 respectively. Nerf, 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 nerf. And Aether Attunement. I'll show you guys what that is. Aether Attunement. Aether Attunement. There it is. Every 3 times you consume clear casting, you gain Aether Attunement. Your next Arcane Missiles deals 150% increased damage to your primary target and fires up to 4 additional. So that's basically the 4 set, right? So basically nerf like the AoE cleave 4 set missiles kind of thing. Fixing an issue that was allowing procs such as Orb Barrage and Energy Reconstitution to generate clear casting. Sad. Arcane Blast damage reduced by 5%. Wait, is this a good sad or a bad sad? Wait, can Orb Barrage and Energy Reconstitution generate clear casting, or was it and they fixed it so it can't anymore? Because that's a big change. They reduced the damage of Arcane Blast. They reduced the damage of Arcane Missiles. Was it? Can't now. Oh, okay, so it was and now it can't. So this change really hurts the fluidity of Arcane. So if you guys have been seeing videos about Arcane Mage, like some of these changes make it a little bit worse for sure. And now the removal of Chrono Shift, we're kind of sad. Arcane Barrage damage reduced. All right, for Frost. Frost has been very underwhelming, I think, for me personally. So I'm curious what they decide to do there. Death Chill now stacks up to 12 times, and Death Chill is, I think, a damage buff you get when you... Here, let me show you. Let's just double check. Frostfire. So Death Chill is... While Icy Veins is active, damaging an enemy with Frostbolt increases spell damage by 2%, stacking up to 12 times. So now it stacks 12 times, which is 24% spell damage, which is huge. Time Element now grants a temporary water elemental when it procs Icy Veins. That's cool. That's crazy, actually. Time Anomaly Water Ellie. Refreshing Icy Veins no longer breaks Fractured Frost, Slick Ice, Death Chill, or Thermal Void for the duration of the refreshed Icy Veins. That's really good. So you can get like a Time Anomaly Icy Veins, build up your procs, then really pop Icy Veins, and you get like a huge Icy Veins. Glacial Spike damage increase, Cryotherapy, and Splintering Ray are no longer a choice node. The location of nodes in Gate 3 has been adjusted. Okay. Cool, so I'm happy about that. Super happy about that. Those are significant buffs to Frost Mage, I think. Holy Paladin, Holy Light damage, or Holy Light healing decrease. No! It was so fun to heal for so much. We're sad. Imbued infusions now reduce the cooldown of Holy Shock by 1 second, was 2. Enhancement Shaman, Elemental Blast damage got reduced. They reverted that. And Restoration Shaman, Torment now increases Riptide's initial healing by 20%. So I still think Fire feels a little underwhelming to me in PvP. Like, from all the mage I played, Arcane was completely insanely OP. And they've been slowly chipping away. It's like, just so you guys know, when you're hearing about classes in the beta, you don't want your class to be OP at the beginning, because it always just gets screwed, you know? It's like the Rep Paladin effect. Rep Paladins just constantly are getting nerfed, and it's just terrible. You know, they're always OP in the beta, and then Rep Paladins end up being completely unplayable for the whole expansion, so you don't want that. So Arcane, yeah, I would agree. It was the best spec on the beta. I'm glad they made some of these changes, but yeah, I'm getting more and more excited about Frost. Fire is still, I'm kind of on the fence. Believe it or not, what's really interesting to me about Mage, and kind of my final thoughts here with these changes, is I was really excited about, I think initially I was very excited about Sunfury, but Sunfury to me has been the most underwhelming. Like, it's bad. Like, Sunfury is the one where you like summon a phoenix, and it gets like empowered orbs and attacks, and you originally had like a stun, but it's really underwhelming. Like, Sunfury, I feel like they need to do like something to it. Doesn't feel good to me at all. Anytime I play Sunfury, I just feel completely underwhelmed. Garbanzo beans. So I don't know what they're gonna do there, but I'm hoping Sunfury in particular gets some changes, at least for PvP. I don't know how it is in PvE, but I would be curious to know. But yeah, there it is. Changes. Keep them coming. Do more testing now. I got to try out some more Frost Mage.